Dire Team ban.
Alright, hello and welcome everyone to CEVO Season 3 placement matches. Once again, we got a best of 3 between Swag and the feeder Johnathan, I believe. Neither team's tagged up correctly, but for once, it's better as we see Sweet Cousin Lovin' here replacing Swag. Hopefully they change their name to that
5
soon.
seconds remaining.
But doing the draft first, you might notice the feeder Johnathan here on the Radiant lacking their 5th right now.
Reserve time.
Seems to be standard practice right now in CEVO Season 3 placements, but we're going to get the draft out of the way and then remake AP and get this game started. Once again, I'm Helium. I'll be solo casting tonight as Orbit is practicing up with his CEVO team right now, so not going to be joining me for tonight's cast. As Zeus, apparently their team wanted to get things moving here, but not banning any heroes, so we'll see what they're going to ban out first. If they do decide to ban anything. Other news on the CEVO front, I believe Season 3 just got announced. It will be 1.5k, $1,500 in prize money for CEVO Season 3 Dota. I believe the other games have similar, or if not more, slightly less prize pools, but Dota 2, 1.5k, $750 for first place in CEVO main, $250 for second, headphones for third, and then go into CEVO Open, $250 for first, I believe, and maybe like $100, and then I don't know, added to $1,000, and then mouse pads for third place in CEVO Open. So some pretty sick prizes and prize money available for an amateur, free to sign up, free to play North American tournament. So look for a lot of great news from CEVO, and make sure to follow here on my Twitch, twitch.tv/FMBPDota, and to check into CEVO.com, like them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter, etc., etc., social media. But finally, we've got some bans coming out. We've got the Alchemist and the Naga pickup here, so Cousin Lovin', I'm expecting them to maybe pick up a quick Weaver here, or Batrider as it was left in the pool. Expecting a Weaver pick from them if it's not scooped up here. Meanwhile, the feeder Johnathan, they take out the Nakes. Strong hero throughout the game. Rage is very good. Infest can really extend those plays, so taking him out there. Razor as well into the mid lane. Maybe they want to go OD here, so if we see OD Weaver, OD Visage, either way, all great heroes, and they all fit into one nice grayish blue color scheme, so maybe they were just meant to be picked together. We'll see what they go for here, though.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Also, I believe, if we got any Redditors here among our presence, of which I am one, I think CEVO made some posts, so if you want to go check those out, maybe pass them an upvote or leave a comment, just get the word out there. It would help a lot, so make sure to look for that if you're browsing there on the Dota 2 subreddit. As soon as I start talking about other things, the picks just start coming out of the gates. We got the OD, so no surprise there after the Razor ban scooped up by the feeder Johnathan, as well as the Darkseer. He's a great hero, really strong in the offlane, and pretty dangerous at every point in the game. Ion Shell does a lot of damage, Surge is nice for yourself or helping teammates initiate, escape, etc. Wall, great for sitting on high ground in a defending position. Not as good offensively, but nonetheless a great spell that skills well into the late game. And Batrider Visage now, so potential aggro tri-line here from Cousin Lovin', aka Swag. Some wacky SGs, whatever we want to call them there. So potential aggro try with the Visage. They could run it safe. Bat could jungle, Bat could mid, Bat could solo safe if they take an aggressive lane. So their lineup, they can pretty much do whatever with, but as of right now, definitely expecting Darkseer offlaner, OD just sitting into that mid role. As with OD, you can pick, maybe a weaker farming carry, but more aggressive carry to just make sure you win that aggressive tri-lane, and then OD can back you up in the mid game when your carry needs to go find farm and can't fight. So OD great in that role, as well as just dominating mid, actually one of the few heroes that does well against Batriders, so maybe expect Batrider to end up in the jungle or solo safe. We'll see what happens here as more bans coming out now. Cousin Lovin', they take out Jakiro as well as Disruptor. So really big AoE stun, AoE damage supports that can sort of disrupt their fight. Maybe glimpse Batrider back, lock him into Ice Path when he does lasso. So maybe the reason for those coming out here. And then Timbersaw, Gyrocopter. So Gyrocopter, he's a great hero in defensive lanes. Pretty good at going aggressive as well as the farm and carry. So, likely a good reason to ban him out there is Visage. Maybe they want to go aggro. And Timbersaw,
Dire team
pretty much annoying these days. If you don't have the lockdown or don't have a silence, it's hard to kill him. And he's a great offlaner or a strong mid hero. And now, Shadow Demon going to be scooped up here by the feeder Johnathan. So right now, pretty solid lineup. Pretty annoying lineup. I always find Shadow Demon OD together with the Disrupt as well as the Astral Imprisonment can be really, really annoying. Pretty much every fight can go 3v5, even if it's a 5-on-5, just because of those two spells. And Shadow Demon, like Darkseer, a support utility hero, that does scale very well into the late game because his disruption gets stronger as the enemy heroes get stronger, just like the wall illusions. So definitely a great pickup. We see a little bit less of him now with you know, the Naga, the Visage, Crystal Maiden for some reason, Rubik still being picked up, Nyx as well, even Disruptor a little bit since the buff, Jakira still quite good. But yeah, Shadow Demon getting picked up a little bit less, but still a great hero. And there you go. Speak of the devil, Nyx Assassin coming out as a third pick right now for Cousin Lovin on the Dire. Now, fourth pick for the feeder Johnathan. What's it going to be? They've got not really a wombo combo. They could use some more teamfight control. The Jakiro would have been great, as well as the Disruptor, actually. Just really lining up heroes, locking them in place for Wall Vacuum on top of Sanity's Eclipse. But right now, at least they've got those disruptions there by OD and SD to kind of mess things up. Darkseer can maybe position for a nice wall vacuum in that chaos, as now they pick up Anti-Mage, so eventually are going to have to go sort of 4 protect 1, Anti-Mage being the 1, and fighting around that. So maybe one more hero. It's going to have to be a support. We'll see who they decide to pick up. Rubik's still available, unless he gets, well, won't be scooped up here, as two supports, Nyx and Visage, already online for Cousin Lovin. They go with Kunkka, so Kunkka likely going to go mid. That one hero along with Razor that mostly beats OD into the mid lane pretty well. Kunkka's Tidebringer, costs no mana, so Astral Imprisonment doesn't really bug him too much, and he's a strength hero, so he doesn't lose any attack damage when he's put under. So it's great. And of course, Tidebringer, like I said, no mana cost, strong harass, OD a little squishy, and the Weaver's taken out. I actually think they were going for that. Well, they left the Bane in, so let's see what they decide to do there, as they do have their last ban. Weaver, though, the hero I thought Cousin Lovin might go with initially after seeing the first two bans, is taken out in the 5th pick here.
10 seconds
and
remaining.
With the Kunkka, yeah, I'd agree with the Weaver pick if they wanted it, but it's not going to happen here. Weaver can't be in that one role by himself as like the hard carry, and Kunkka is like OD in the mid lane. He can sort of carry through the mid game with attack damage and right clicks, while Weaver can farm, catch up, and split push. But not going to happen. And now Lina, that last ban out as well. A good hero, Magic Burst, Laguna Blade gets online a little later, can burst down Kunkka. Can also kill herself on Nyx, so that would have been pretty funny. But either way, 5th pick on the way. What's it going to be? It's going to be a Coddle, so a rather defensive lineup down there in the defensive tri-lane. Anti-Mage, Coddle, Shadow Demon. It could be good. They've got the Blink. The Illuminate is going to maybe deter the aggressive tri-lane from Cousin Lovin, but we'll see. And of course, Shadow Demon with the Disruption. Anytime they initiate, he can just put the enemies under and they can run away, or Anti-Mage under, then he can Blink. So let's see if Cousin Lovin sticks with going into the aggressive tri-lane. They pick up Troll, so tons of burst damage. We'll just have to wait and see, as well as the bashes. So, alright, that could be a pretty decent answer to the Anti-Mage if you are GG Bashlord. Alright, we're remaking. I'm like, what am I doing here? Alright, and we're all good to go. remaking into all pick now. I really hope they change the setting. We'll find out soon enough. It would appear that they did. Alright, once again, back into CEVO Season 3 placement matches. Best of 3 between Swag and the Feeder Johnathan. Anyone just joining us? Well, that's where we are. Hope you guys are watching on either CEVO.com or my stream. And either way, I'd love for you to follow my stream. Would help me out a lot. Twitch.tv/FMBPDota. Looks like we got some players from some other teams watching as well, scouting out their competition. So they're doing it right. They know what's up. Shout out to you guys. As looks like all the heroes have been scooped up. And I've already went over the news, but 1.5K, $1,500 for Season 3, all the prize money between CEVO Main and CEVO Open for Dota 2, as well as some of the other games in CEVO. So make sure to check that out, tell your friends, maybe your friends don't play Dota, tell them about Counter-Strike, etc., etc. Look for CEVO to get big in the NA scene, and it'll obviously get bigger with our help. So, finally now, finding ourselves inside of Game 1. Let's get into those introductions here. On the Dire, we've got Jesus, once again playing the Visage for the 3rd time in 3 games, I believe, in the CEVO 3 placements. So watch out for his Visage. He knows what's up on that hero. Spooderman, not their normal support, but they do play with him a lot here on the Nyx Assassin. Wards regen heading into the bot aggressive lane, so it looks like they're not going to back off there. And who's going with them? It's going to be Zilu. That's GGGGG for the record. We'll be calling him Zilu on the Troll Warlord. Going to be that farming hero in the aggressive tri-lane. Meanwhile, Smurzito, or Smurs the Chilean. His plays are legendary here on the Batrider, going into the top safe lane, so kind of the role I expected him to be in this game. And Squee, I don't know how well he is accustomed to the Kunkka, but he's definitely an accomplished mid player. We'll see how he does. Kunkka vs OD, it's not too hard. Should take a nice lineup, but either way, in the bottom lane, some dewarding and warding going out here. Just blocking it with the sentry for now, as we can introduce the Feeder Johnathan. We've got Hey You Guys on the Shadow Demon, close to danger right now in that camp, followed up there by TWK on the Coddle, and farming in this tri-lane, it's going to be Fish, we will call him, on the Anti-Mage. So no one going to get caught by these shenanigans, just waiting there in the medium pool camp, the 3 heroes from Swag. Let's head over to mid lane though, see who's there. It's going to be Avery here on the OD in the mid lane. Oh, going for the first blood here behind the tower though. Hey, you guys could be in trouble. In ranged form is Zilu. Let's see if they have the damage here. Spooderman needs to get the body block. Slow out from Zilu. There's the soul assumption. First blood going to be grabbed up. Going to the Nyx Assassin. Spooderman. Wave coming though from TWK. Doesn't want to let him get out scot-free. And does do a little bit of damage to Spooder. But once again, Avery mid lane on the OD. And last but not least, we've got Easy J here on the off lane Darkseer, actually solo Darkseer versus the Bat. And let's see what he bought here. Stout Shield, yeah, so he's ready to creep skip. Maybe he'll do it after this wave. Definitely the right call here. I don't really think Batrider can come kill you without, you know, missing a ton of XP at the tower. And then there's really not even a good chance that he can kill you. So maybe just waiting to hit level 2 there is the Darkseer before he heads over to start creep skipping. The mid lane matchup, let's see. Let's break it down, I guess. OD's got the Esper Imprisonment. Steals Intelligence, which increases the attack damage of OD, and normally against an int versus int lane will reduce the attack damage of the enemy hero. However, Kunkka is strength and not reliant on mana, so his Tidebringer does work against OD, who doesn't really get too much regen, doesn't normally go a bottle, so it does kind of hurt the OD, maybe forces him to buy more regen or go bottle. But yeah, we'll see what OD decides to build normally. Going to be a quick mech, but with the Darkseer on the team, Easy J likely going to get that mech, and OD maybe just into a 4-staff, Atos, Sheepstick, Shiva's, BKB, those sort of item trees, the damage dealing item tree, as they're going to need him to carry up here. Fish isn't going to be able to get into the game for a while as a right-clicking damage source, as we should check out the last hits down here in this lane. We've got Fish on the anti-mage at 5, so not doing too shabby, but hold that thought. Spooderman, Impale goes out, Grave Chill Hey, you guys, trying to save him, running full speed at least, so nice disruption there. Will he be able to get out? Jesus maybe wasted the soul assumption. Now out of mana. Zilu now having to run away. There's TWK with the rebuttal kill. Looks like one went down before that. Nyx Assassin did take out Keeper of the Light as he let that wave go, which took out Zilu on the Troll Warlord. But yeah, Fish, 5 last hits. Zilu, 6 and 6. So pretty even down here. But Troll Warlord can fight early, has a lot of burst in between. His Whirling Axe is ranged, melee, and of course his right clicks and melee form do a crap load of damage. So can fight a little early. However, a lot of people feel that he is pretty fragile, and indeed he is. He does not have a lot of health. Will require BKB, Helmet Dominator, maybe a Bracer or Treads, but normally you go Phase. Just to tank up a little bit to fight early in the game. We'll see if he decides to go Lothar's or not. As mid lane, let's see what's going on over here. Avery getting kind of low. You can see how this matchup works. Squee, no mana, doesn't really care. Avery has to back way off, even out of XP range, or at least not getting last hits and denies, just not to take the Tidebringers to the face, as it's now level 2. So Squee going lane domination build, not going to limit his Tidebringers ability to just 2 points to get 2 and X, and maybe run and gank with 2 points in X and Torrent. Spooderman, a little too slow there on the Carapace. But yeah, Squee going for a lane domination build over the OD, which is probably the right call, as he will rotate bottom and pick up the bottom rune. Already has his bottle online. OD, not going for one, pretty normal there. Is just going to go for boots to try to dodge those Tidebringer hits, but TWK could be in some trouble. It gets slowed there by Zilu. Will be put under, but here comes the Grave Chill. It's available now. It's going to go out if they even need it. No Soul Assumption is blasted. Don't even think that was needed. Zeus maybe wasting a little bit of mana there, but at the end of the day, they net a kill. So yeah, works out for them, but now Visage, a mana-dependent hero that could have held on to 160 mana there, will actually not have a Soul Assumption online for a little while longer. But either way, netting a kill there. 3-0 for Swag right now. Squee maybe going for a kill, hoping Avery would run back into that Torrent. If he did, that was a kill. But either way, action in the other lanes. Let's make sure we don't lose focus on top, as it's a matchup as well, despite it being maybe a little odd and possibly uneventful. But we've got Bat Rider here, Smerzito, 10 and 8 right now against the Darkseer, who is 7 and 0. So no one farming incredibly well up here, as Squee leading the last hits, forced Avery on the OD to head back to the fountain, but Squee up at 24 last hits, 6 denies. Compare that to OD's 12 and 4. So right now, in terms of the last hits and the kills, Swag definitely winning every lane right now. As the disruption comes out, that's an offensive one. Will they be able to counter initiate though? Is Swag? They looks like they will get Hey You Guys. The mana was there for that Soul Assumption. Zilu going to try to run away, try to cut through these trees. Doesn't look like he'll get it. Fish's mana burn starting to hurt, trying to juke. Continuing the juke, blink in 4 seconds. Oh, the wave from TWK is enough. They will take out Zilu, and now Spooderman forced to run away. Looks like the blink, offensive blink to body block is going to work out, and that's going to give Anti-Mage 1 kill. Another assist there on the troll that TWK, the Coddle, was able to take down with an Illuminate. So right back into the bottom tri-lane, but mid, still a bit of an issue, and top as well. Smurz getting some levels, already has a lasso online, and a bottle. Looking to maybe get a 10-12 minute blink at this rate. We'll see what Darkseer decides to do. Still surprised he's not creep skipping. He's working towards a soul ring right now. So nothing new there for Darkseer play. Squee finishing up the magic wand. Does want some mana eventually to maybe cast a torrent to go for another kill on the OD, but we'll see what he does. Maybe more action in the bot lane. Nope, just Illuminate's going out. Nice Carapace there. Gets TWK actually pretty low, as Darkseer in the top lane will be finishing off that Soul Ring, and it looks like he's maybe going to start to creep skip, but now he's kind of out of mana, so we'll see what he gets done here. Fish, Ring of Health online, so looking to get some health regen back, stand up to the harass just a little bit, as there is quite a lot. Troll and Visage can harass with their ranged, or Troll with his ranged form, but both can harass with the range. Although Easy J in the top lane, Vacuum is used, going for that kill. Smurz tries to run over the tree, and Easy J getting that lane back, trailing in CS, but does take out the Bat Rider, netting himself a kill. A bit of net worth, can pick up some boots or maybe a headdress buckler. We'll see what he decides to go. Boots probably the better option versus that bat lane, as TWK continuing to spam out these Illuminates. Doing a lot of work. Everyone's sitting at about half health right now, maybe a little scared to initiate, as Anti-Mage 1-0 and 2 right now, doing pretty well and in the CS at 23, so actually leading in that lane now. They really turned the bottom lane around. Kind of just shows you the power of the Coddle, those long-range snipes, pretty much getting a kill in every engagement because of an Illuminate, despite losing some as well. Avery gets hit by a Torrent, takes a lot of damage from Tidebringer. Boots now out for Kunkka. We'll see what his next big item is going to be. Might finish phase first, or if he's going a little tanky build, boots, drums, but likely to see phase drums here, into who knows what after that. Maybe just a Crystallis, who I think he might forego the Shadow Blade, but we'll see. As the bottom lane initiation here onto the Coddle. He goes under. Nice disrupts here by Hey You Guys, but the burst damage a little too much. He will be taken out, and I think they're going to be able to get Hey You Guys as well. Jesus, what's his mana at? It's there. We'll throw the Soul Assumption and net them yet another kill. So 2-0 in the bottom lane. Bash goes out onto Fish. He wants to blink away. He can, yeah, he's going to do it. I thought maybe he was going to Mana Void, but I don't know if that would be a kill. And in the mid lane, Kunkka diving the tower will get Avery. Looks like he used just about everything. Ghost shipped, maybe landed there. Probably didn't have mana for both, as we see the Astral Imprisonment seal on his debuff placer there. Maybe going to get the tower here in the mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The next creep wave is a little far out,
to lie about such things.
but he'll get it pretty soon. Smur's making the best of it, pulling his creep in there, or pulling the enemy creep in there. No, those are his. And then doing that neutral camp as well with the Firefly. Picking up some boots, up to 800 gold now. Despite having that death, a little unfortunate, maybe wants it back. But here comes Squee. Not a lot of mana, does have the regen rune. Flame Break to go out. Will not bounce EZJ back to the Kunkka, so Kunkka gonna head back to mid now. Looks like he grabbed another regen rune, I believe, yeah. Well, despite having some deaths in this defensive tri-lane, Fish, the anti-mage, does not have any, and he's got 32 last hits, so doing pretty well. Troll at 23, although Troll arguably needs a little less, will provide a lot with his ultimate and with that Kunkka, but who knows? I mean, AM is the better late game carry. There might be a bit of a window this game for Swag if they're not too careful. But let's see what they can get done here. There's 3, the tri-lane already here. Kunkka TP's into the bottom lane now, has Ghost Ship available, and maybe they're looking to dive quickly. Let's check. Avery, TP in the mid lane, yes. EZJ in base, TP available, so there could be a 5-man versus 5 versus 4 in the bot. Let's check on Smurs. Does not have a TP, definitely needs to pick one up. But let's see what happens as it looks like the action is about to start. Squee going from behind here. I don't know if they saw him. I don't think so. It is nighttime, so he's probably able to sneak by. They do have the wards here, so he knew he could get through. Illuminate not going to spot either. Ghost Ship coming in onto that Illuminate spot. Will land on 2. Beautiful plays there by Squee. The dive is great. Here come the TPs. Hey, you guys. Buying some time with the disruption, but it's not enough. Double kill right now for the Troll Warlord. Wall goes down by the Darkseer, who has arrived. Jesus, first a drop there for Swag. Now Squee in a bit of trouble with the Soul Catcher. Avery, what can he get done? It will go 2 for 2 as Zulu drops to the tower. I guess, where did he go down? But let's hold that thought. Smur's coming in here. Lasso online, gonna throw it on somebody, I don't know. Let's see, he just got put under. Now he is lacking the mana, so OD just showing how annoying he really is. And actually, AM OD, that's kind of an interesting combo. If they already have no mana and you drain it all and then Mana Void. Actually, that kind of is a detriment to Anti-Mage, because then he won't do as much damage off the Mana Void, so I don't know. It's good in the sense that they'll run out of mana very fast and won't have mana to do anything in team fights, but maybe we'll hurt them on the Mana Void damage, at least. I think that's how it works. I'm not a big AM player. Yeah, okay, so the more mana you're missing, the more it does, obviously. Boat, Torrent combination coming in onto the Anti-Mage. Well done there by Squee. Can he get in the one more hit? Squee does have Coco's Rum, looking to be aggressive here, going on Fish, but Fish still only 1 point in Blink right now. Long cooldown, it's on 5 seconds. Squee, Soul Catcher to land, will have to run away. He's lucky that Illuminate did miss. And now here comes Zeus, the Visage, Familiar Birds are online. Back into this bottom lane as Kunkka's still sitting here as well, giving time for this OD to catch back up, who's got Tranquil Boots and about 1,000 gold, so maybe they're going to look towards a 4-staff pretty soon, as EZJ's got the headdress and a soul ring going for a mech. But here comes the tower dive in the bottom lane. Torrent to go out, will miss, doesn't matter. Kunkka with the cleave, gonna pick up the Coddle. Now AM blinking himself over into the trees right now, just needs to survive. Looks like he will do just that. Playing a pretty nice AM. Nice blinking aggressively. Maybe he could use another point in blink. I'm not sure about this many points in mana break, but maybe with the Shadow Demon, when he gets put under, you get those illusions. That could potentially be a large source of damage, but either way, Torrent's going out, dive still continuing here. Hey, you guys, throws a disruption, lines up the stun perfectly with the boat, but what choice did he really have? He was dead either way. Trying to extend the play a little bit. If he put himself under just a little later, he would have dodged it, but again, still most likely going to drop as Fish now blinks back into the lane immediately to be Grave Chill. Now, not enough mana. Familiar stuns attack, and then stun. Nice chain stun there by the Zeus, taking some tower hits now. Spooter, level 6 online. Can they get on Fish? They probably want to make him blink behind the tower. He will go, but 2 TPs come in as well, and he actually just goes into the tree, so being safe, very cautious there in the AM. Spooter, aware of the OD's presence. His Vendetta running out really soon. Needs to get back behind cover here. Looks like we maybe have some new viewers here. Anyone just joining? This is the CEVO Season 3 placement matches between Swag and the feeder Johnathan. Game 1 in a best of 3 as I say that. They take out AM. He snipes him out there in the trees with the Torrent. So they kept hearing him blinking there. He actually kept blinking to the exact same spot. Maybe the birds scouted him out, the familiars that is. And they threw that Torrent there, landed it nicely. Could have been a guess too, as I don't actually see the familiars anywhere. That pure damage on OD does work.
Strange to say,
it does work. It also does work on the familiars, if you get what I'm going for there. Does a lot of damage to them. And we'll take them down fast.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Alright, well, Avery sticking around the mid lane like he should. Did go bot for a little while, but needs to get that farm up, needs to get some items. Looks like he finished 2 null talismans just to get some more intelligence. He's now level 9, has a point in Arcane Orb, so he's pretty much battle ready. Needs to maybe steal some intelligence for his Sanity's Eclipse to do a whole lot of damage in the team fights. But let's see, he heads top. He will find Zilu, holding on to, let's see, 1,400 gold, phase boots, as well as a Wraith Band. See if he goes into an Aquila, maybe for pushing, but hold that thought in the bot lane. Nice defensive disruption there by Hey You Guys, but here comes a nice boat by Squee. And I said I hadn't seen him play Kunkka a lot, but he's doing a lot of good Ghost Ship ultimates here in these team fights. Illuminate to go out. Double kill for TWK off of that Illuminate. We'll take out both of the supports. Squee gonna fall too to the tower. And that gold is going to be split as Smurs now walking through the wall. Even the wall drop to secure it. I like it, EasyJ. Dropping the wall to make sure you get the kill. Probably could have just vacuumed as well, but you know, whatever. That spell's a little flashier. As everyone's dead right now, they're not going to need it for a little while. And it is about, what, an 80-second cooldown, so not the longest cooldown.
I feel like a broken record.
And yeah, maybe it's about time to check the gold graph, as this game kind of turned upside down. Swag dominating in the very early stages, but with some really nice team fights, and of course that 4-man wipe there. So let's do it. Let's check out the graphs. Gold, 3,000 gold advantage for Swag right now, but going back towards the feeder Johnathan. On the Radiant. The graph is backwards, it really bugs me. Either way, XP, same story, expected to take more of a hit than the gold actually, just because 4-man wipe for I think like 1 person there. Was at about 5k, heading back to 0 now though. Maybe gonna level out there just at 1,000. Spooderman looking to get a kill here on Avery. Mid tower is down, could keep going. Kunkka here, or sorry, a Coddle there on the side. Does have an Illuminate, which he does know how to use, getting double kills in that last engagement. And now let's see, Battle Fury online. Not quite. So they did delay the Battle Fury a little bit. Here comes EasyJ. He will be jumped on. Lassoed up. Going to try to surge out, but Familiar stuns as well. They're going to bring him down. So a nice pick off there on the Darkseer. He's trying to farm, trying to finish that mech. He's 400 off now. So that kill actually did delay the mech maybe another minute or two, which is nice. As Zilu here we see ulting up, pushing towers. Does miss the last hit, but either way, at least the tower is down. The gold goes out to the supports and to the team. As now Anti-Mage may be in trouble, will blink out. Now Hey You Guys probably the target. No, X marks out onto the Anti-Mage. 2 and blink now, everything to land. Oh, nice disruption by Hey You Guys. Will dodge the bow, but everyone right on top of him. He blinks to the other side of the tier 1, making everyone run through the tower, through the trees here. Hey You Guys to drop there to the damage from the supports, and now Fish will be going down. Tries to man fight Squee with the Mana Void, but he's going to drop, and Squee will actually live through that. Smurzito now maybe looking to go on Avery. Does not have his ultimate or any mana. Maybe a couple more napalms to go out, but no. They'll back off after getting those 2 kills. They really only wanted the Anti-Mage, and Zilu wasn't even there. He's Troll Warlord. He does a lot of damage early. Could be fighting with them, but instead just going to try to push them towers. And maybe should fight with them, but after this engagement, they get 2 kills, lose none. and the Troll Warlord's still farming. So definitely working out in terms of efficiency, pushing towers, getting solo XP and gold. Works out nicely. And now if you go back to the graphs, you can see immediately already shifted back to where they were. But maybe into the last hits we shall go. We see Zilu leading the charge actually at 74 last hits, 10 denies. He's got a Helmet Dominator now. Maybe a little more useful in fights. Squee at 62. Fish here, the anti-mage to the target. Boat Torrent combinations will go off, but he will blink to the west and survive for the moment. Blink off cooldown now. Wants to go. Here comes Bat though. Lasso goes out. Blink. Or excuse me, Fish hesitated on the blink, but still somehow is going to get out of this. No, ranged mode from the Troll. Going to be enough to clean him up. Anti-Mage will go down, and what I was about to say is he's at 60 last hit, so he's doing well, but you can see the aggressive tri-lane had its intended effect, slow down his farm, slow down the Battle Fury, as Smurr 73, Squeeze 64. So the top 3 farmers right now, nice pick off there by Spooter, are 4 swag on the Dire. So you can see, reflecting in the gold graph, XP graph, last hit chart, as well as the net worth, dominating those top 3 slots there. Really good position right now in this game, and they need to be, as Anti-Mage will likely outcarry this into the late game. However, if the 5-man is that much stronger than the 4-man from the Feeder Johnson, with the Troll ult, they may actually be able to out-push, out-base race the Anti-Mage in the late stages of the game. Not ideal, obviously, for swag, or, I guess, for the Feeder Johnson here, but Johnathan, I keep saying Johnson, whatever. It doesn't matter what their name is. If they wanted me to say it correctly, they would have tagged up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Anti-Mage back to farming. Still no Battle Fury yet, so really slowed down now.
Radiant's bottom tower.
As we approach close to 20 minutes, about a minute and a half off, you'd expect to have quite a bit of CS, but of course the aggressive tri-lane took its toll on him. He's sitting around 61, should be at like 100 by now probably, maybe even more. Oh wow, the Illuminate almost actually takes out Zilu. TWK wants it, can he channel it, throw it, will miss by just a little bit. And now, looks like, hey you guys, X mark to pull him back. He's probably saying, hey you guys, I'm being ganked, but he will go down there on the Shadow Demon. It's had some really nice disruptions in the tri-lane thus far in this game, but now kind of getting peeled by Squeeze. Got 2 points on an X mark, which is all he needs to do work. And in the top lane, maybe going back for your anti-mage here. Boat, very short cooldown, only 50 seconds right now. Going for the X Boat Torrent combination once again, and Smurr Zito picking up kills. Coddle. Interesting. I'm not sure what Coddle was doing all the way back there. Didn't really expect it. Top lane though, Squee is fighting. Looks like we missed him throw the boat as it's on cooldown now. Coco's Rum just wearing off as Blink comes off cooldown. Nice, the X mark goes off into the Torrent. Everything, I think this could be enough. One more attack. Nice play there by Squee to wait for that Blink to throw the X mark, or the animation rather. Who knows if he was timing it or sort of just, you know, whatever. Oh, I don't agree with this, if this is an actual GG call. I mean, I think they still have the potential to come back in this game, but if you look at the graphs, I mean, only 8,000 in 20 minutes? It wasn't insane, but they're going to call it. So, Swag taking game 1 in a best of 3. And yeah, we'll get right back there into game 2. I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. Make sure to follow me on Twitch if you're watching here. It will mean a lot. I cover a lot of CEVO and NEL currently for Dota 2, so yeah, check me out. Check out CEVO.com. Lots of prize money up for grabs in Season 3. These are just the placements to place in either main or just sign up and open, as the registration will be coming online here in a couple weeks, or if not already. Either way, next game.